Nou ja, welkom hierso by episode 4. Nou gaan ons kyk na al die essentials met die Essential Afrikaans. Een moerse lys. That's long list for you in English. En soos David Kramer nou sou gesê het, dan vat jy nou die kat en die hond en die hele kombuis en jy sit dit binne in 'n huis met wiele en dan ry jy nou daar af in die Vrystaat en dan gaan kampeer jy daar langs die rivier. As ek nou klink soos David Kramer. Okay, maar hierso is nou 60 plus must have essentials in it, so lekker man. Okay, nommer 1 is 'n fan. Ons het nou 'n fan vir buitekant wat nou waai as dit nou lekker warm is buite. En dan ons ook binne in die caravan 12 volt rechargeable fans. Okay? Ek sal maar hier op die video in dit sit wat dit nou beteken in Afrikaans en hoe Afrikaans ook maar die Engelse woorde gebruik. Number 2 is flitslig, flashlight, or commonly known as a torch. You can have various types, rechargeable, so I have a couple of those, good for work lights, just rechargeables that I bought from Aldi's, and then a head torch in it that you can put batteries in, because the worst thing is you're in the bush, the battery is flat, at least you can just change the battery in that. Okay. One that I can put on my belt, like the LED lenser, and then a rechargeable battery is the same as I would use for my rechargeable drill that I already have with me, and I can put it in this big spotlight on it, so that ons kan hase jag, so we can chase rabbits. That's basically what I said. Lekker man. Dis so bright. Jy sien tot volgende week. So as ek gesê het, as I said, you can't have enough torches. So these ones you can buy from Bunnings, ever ready. It takes a D2 size batteries, good for putting outside on the table. So yeah, I have mixed with batteries and mixed with rechargeable ones, but good for outside tables. A general work light in it around the caravan has such a big battery you can even charge your phone with it. So yeah, different settings in it on the back in it, really useful, and I can really highly recommend them from Bunnings. Got magnets around the back so it can stick on anything metal, and is really bright. And then of course also all the rechargeable batteries that I use with all my other torches. And then my favorite 12 volt rope light. So I took some clear plastic from Bunnings, pulled in a LED strip in it that I bought at Kmart for really cheap, and then at the end in it I just stuck some silicone in, and now I have a rope light in it, really cheap, that I can just sling on the outside of the caravan, and it gives us good enough light in it to just sit by. So a stofsuier or a rechargeable vacuum cleaner. So I can plug my rechargeable battery ones in it in this one. You're going to spill something in the caravan, you want to suck it up in it, so a small little vacuum cleaner like this is good to hide in the cupboard. So yeah, definitely have your rechargeable drill, so drill bits, you know, the other bits that you use in your drill, have that in the caravan as essentials anyway. Rechargeable batteries, I can never have enough of those. So there's this little bit here that I put a reflector tape on it in case I drop it in the grass during the night or something. And that's used to drill in these anchor points in it for your ropes in it. I can highly recommend these. If you don't want to hit in 10 pegs, this is the kitty that you need. I'll put a description of those in there later. These are to pull out normal 10 pegs in it if you do use a combination. I do use a combination of 10 pegs and those screwing things. I'm eventually going to switch over. And then these tensioner springs as well. I mean, they're just essential stuff in it that you have to have in your rope kit as well. So yes, I would call this the anchor point kits, along with a tool bit that I put on a magnetic mounting place inside the caravan. And like I said, it's reflective, so if I lost it at night in the grass or something while I'm setting up late at night, got to the campsite late, dropped it, I could take my flashlight and figure out where I dropped it. Nou ja, number 5, dust mat, a camping mat. Really good when you sit outside the caravan area and you can let the sand sort of filter through. Brilliant. You can buy these at Clark Rubber. Nou ja, nommer 6 is nou skroewe en moere. Hoe sê hulle? 'n Boer maak 'n plan. Maar 'n boer kan net 'n plan maak as 'n boer skroewe en draad en al daai goed het. This is bolts and nuts and screws and all those little things that you need when you're on the road. Here I have some gas tape, normal insulation tape, water rubberizing tape, screws, rivets, even a long piece of wire with crocodile clips on the end so I can test for electrical circuit issues. Anything that I need on the road inside a plastic organizer. Trust me, you will use this when you're on the road. Goeiemiddag hierso van Loftus Forsveld. Ons gaan nou hierso by Loftus Forsveld afskop oor die rugby. Ja. Of course, yeah, I'm talking about the fake lawn you can put in front of your caravan. Always good to have another matted in front of your caravan for all that stuff that you step eventually into the caravan. So if you're next to a riverbank or by the beach or whatever, we always lay this extra matted out underneath the little step into the caravan. My knieë is ook nie meer wat hulle was nie. Yeah. So when your knees are not what they used to be and your body is telling you you need to kneel on something when you're busy working under the caravan or putting the legs down or doing whatever, putting in the tent pegs, I can highly recommend this. Vuur maak hout, firewood. You can never have enough of all of that. So wherever you get it in those bags, those Hessian bags, I tend to keep those bags as well. An axe, sharp axe. Small one in the back of the car. Keep those bags. It's handy to put other stuff in it as well from the caravan. We have a pizza stone we keep as well. You see on the right hand side. I also take some lumpwood charcoal with me just to supplement some wood. That always helps, so otherwise you just burn through the wood when you're sitting next to the campfire. Fire lighters, buy these at Bunnings, the Samba ones. I find they the best ones. No Smokey Robertson. Can make a good fire and give it a good start in it with this stuff. Good lighters. Always have some good lighters. I keep one in the car. Take some other ones and put them in the caravan. I never want to look for a lighter. Right, so get yourself some good fire starters. Up the beer chicken, druk it in die hoender se poepel, can of beer, put the chicken over it. And of course, you wouldn't be complete without a folding South African grill. Notice it's small size because it's for the caravan, sits in the front boot of the caravan. Stainless steel, so you can buy those online. I'll put that in the description. And barbecue cleaner. Can never have enough barbecue cleaner, but this stuff is from Woolies and there's like a lemon smell and really takes on the dirt and the grease and the grime in it. I love this stuff, right? So that for me is essential. Of course, there is the BBQ. You can't go wrong in it with a BBQ. This is for your steaks and your sausages, but nothing that's too fatty. I would suggest if you do something in here, don't make it too fatty. That makes the cleaning process a lot harder. The pizza thing fits right in there. We just put a bit of wax paper on top of there, and we can have ourselves pizza inside of the little BBQ in it while we're camping. How about that? You can never be without the essential dry cleaning stuff as well. So, you got to have your tongs, you got to have your brush. Maybe a silicone glove so you can handle hot stuff, and of course a potjie. I mean, would camping be complete in it without a potjie with some olive oil in the middle there? Dustpan and brush. Yeah, so I made my own barbecue arm, but that for me and it is an essential item. So if we want to use the barbecue, I can swing the arm sort of away from the door, depending on which way the wind's blowing, so I'm not smoking out anyone. Water containers. Need to have water containers in the caravan, so we take a drinking water jerry can, clear plastic bottles to keep drinking water in, and another jerry can for the shower. Primer stove. Nou ja, primer stove, en dit is 'n lekker ding om te hê. Ja, daar's baie ander stowwe op die mark. But we buy them with these gas-made cylinders in it. It's quite safe. You've got to put this latch down in it in order for the gas to flow. So it's a safety thing. And of course we also have an espresso maker that we can put on there. So that's an essential thing for me. And also a nice metal mug to have your morning coffee. Nothing beats a metal mug. I put an extra baking grill in it on my primer stove in it so that my espresso maker and it can stand on the grill, as you can see here. Okay, you must have a fire pit. Many places ask that you must bring your own fire pit if none is provided. There are very many different fire pits available, ones that you can fold and pack away. This one in it, I just clean it out in it, and then when we leave the campsite, I put it in the bottom of the caravan on the floor. So yeah, easy to clean because it's stainless steel. So I just chuck out the ash in it where you're allowed to tip the ash. But if you haven't got a portable fire pit in it, you may find that you end up at a campsite where you're not allowed to make a fire because there's no more fire pits around. So handy tip, keep one in your caravan. So many things on the list in it. So number 17, this is a sturdy foldable caravan step. Essential, a sturdy caravan step. Otherwise, trust me, I've taken a bit of a tumble off a little plastic thing. You do not want a plastic caravan step. Make sure you have a metal caravan step. Yes, and games, speletjies. You gotta have games and speletjies. Speletjies is Afrikaans for games. You gotta have that in the caravan. There's those rainy days maybe, and you're sitting there and you're twiddling your thumbs and you think, what should I do? Instead of all of you sitting on your phones, your smart devices, get out some games, play some games together. So medical kit, you gotta have that in it in the back of the car. Some basic stuff in it in there, like your pressure bandages, plasters that the kids use a lot. We always go through a lot of plasters when the kids are with us. Maybe some stain remover for some clothes if you want to wash. Stainless steel pegs in it for washing lines so they don't rust and leave rust marks on your shirts. Those clamp nicely as well. And of course, AeroGuard. Who can go without Aussie cologne? We've got to have the AeroGuards for mosquitoes and things, so we've got to have those in the car. And I keep one in the car, I keep one in the caravan. So yeah. And then I would highly recommend you have a roll of garbage bags, large garbage bags. You will use those. And also foldable crates. Here's another one. This is Brilliant for storage, not so brilliant for one-handed and trying to put it up, shoving your ear. En soos die oom sê, wakkie-takkie.